town of Harare, lived a woman named Florence. She had a loving husband, Fortune, and 2 children, Prosper and Mercy. One day, Fortune went to work but never came back. He had been in a terrible accident. Florence's world turned upside down. Chapter 2: Facing the Reality. Florence was heartbroken, but she knew she had to be strong for her children. She had never worked before because Fortune had taken care of everything. Now, she had to find a way to support her family. Chapter 3: The Family Meeting. Fortune's relatives came for a family meeting. They told Florence that, according to tradition, they would take over Fortune's property and possessions. Florence was shocked and scared. She didn't know what to do. Chapter 4: Seeking Advice. Florence went to see her friend, Beatrice, who was wise and always knew what to do. Beatrice told Florence that she had rights and that she could fight for her home and her children's future. Chapter 5: The First Steps. With Beatrice's encouragement, Florence decided to get a job. She applied for a position at a local market as a vendor. It was hard work, but Florence was determined to provide for her children. Chapter 6: The School Fees. Florence worried about how she would pay for Prosper and Mercy's school fees. Education was important to her, and she wanted her children to have a bright future. Chapter 7: The Meeting with the Headmaster. Florence went to see Mr. Maya, the headmaster of the children's school. She explained her situation, and Mr. Maya agreed to let the children stay in school while she worked out a payment plan. Chapter 8: The Relatives Return. Fortune's relatives came back, demanding that Florence leave the house. They said she had no right to live there without Fortune. Florence felt scared, but she remembered Beatrice's advice. Chapter 9: Seeking Legal Help. Florence went to a legal aid center. There, she met Mrs. Kufa, a kind lawyer who agreed to help her. Mrs. Kufa explained Florence's rights and said she could fight to keep her home. Chapter 10: The First Hearing. Florence and Mrs. Kufa went to court. It was Florence's first time in a courtroom, and she was very nervous. Mrs. Kufa spoke for her, and the judge listened carefully. Chapter 11: The Community's Support. Word spread around the community about Florence's struggle. Her neighbors and friends decided to help her. They collected money and food to support Florence and her children. Chapter 12: A Tough Decision. The judge needed more time to make a decision. Florence was worried, but she kept going to work every day. She knew she had to stay strong for her children. Chapter 13: A New Friend. At the market, Florence met a woman named Margarita. Margarita was also a widow and understood Florence's struggles. They became good friends and supported each other. Chapter 14: Learning New Skills. Margarita taught Florence new skills to improve her business. Together, they made crafts to sell at the market. Florence's business began to grow, and she started earning more money. Chapter 15: The Children's Encouragement. Prosper and Mercy saw how hard their mother was working. They decided to help her by doing chores and studying hard in school. They wanted to make her proud. Chapter 16: The Second Hearing. Florence went back to court for the second hearing. Mrs. Kufa presented more evidence to show that Florence had the right to stay in her home. The judge seemed impressed. Chapter 17: A Glimmer of Hope. Florence began to feel hopeful. She could see that the judge was fair and that Mrs. Kufa was doing her best to help. She prayed every night for a good outcome. Chapter 18: The Verdict. Finally, the day of the verdict arrived. The judge ruled in Florence's favor. She was allowed to keep her home. Florence was overjoyed and thanked Mrs. Kufa for her help. Chapter 19. The Celebration. Florence's neighbors and friends organized a celebration for her. There was singing, dancing, and lots of food. Florence felt grateful for the support of her community. Chapter 20. Moving forward. With the court case behind her, Florence focused on building a better future for her children. She continued to work hard and save money. Chapter 21. Florence's new business. Florence decided to open a small shop. She sold crafts, clothes, and food. Her business grew, and she became well known in the community.
Teaching others. Florence started teaching other women in the community the skills she had learned. She wanted to help them become self-sufficient and strong. A visit from Mrs. Beatrice. Mrs. Cooper visited Florence's shop one day. She was pleased to see how well Florence was doing. Florence thanked her again for all her help and support. The importance of education. Florence always emphasized the importance of education to her children. Mercy and Prosper continued to do well in school, making Florence proud. A family tradition. Florence taught her children about their cultural traditions and the importance of respecting their heritage. She wanted them to be proud of who they were. The village chief's visit. The village chief, Mombo Chivera, visited Florence's shop. He praised her for her hard work and determination. He said she was an inspiration to the whole community. Facing new challenges. Life was not always easy, and Florence faced new challenges. But she had learned to be strong and never give up. She faced each challenge with courage. Helping others. Florence believed in helping others. She often gave food and clothes to those in need. She wanted to make sure no one in her community suffered as she had. Florence's dream. One night, Florence had a dream. She saw herself standing in a beautiful field, surrounded by flowers. She felt at peace and knew she was on the right path. A special project. Florence decided to start a special project. She wanted to build a community center where people could learn new skills and get support. Gathering support. Florence talked to her friends and neighbors about the community center. Everyone thought it was a great idea and offered to help. Building the center. The community came together to build the center. It took time and effort, but everyone worked hard. The center began to take shape. The grand opening. The day of the grand opening arrived. The community center was beautiful, and everyone was excited. There was a big celebration with music and dancing. New opportunities. The community center provided new opportunities for everyone. People could learn new skills, get advice, and find support. It became a special place for the whole community. Florence's pride. Florence felt proud of what she had achieved. She had faced many struggles, but she had never given up. She was happy to see her community thrive. Bright future. Mercy and Prosper continued to excel in school. They dreamed of going to university and making a difference in the world. Florence encouraged them to follow their dreams. The dream about fortune. One night, Florence dreamed of Fortune. He smiled at her and told her he was proud of her. Florence felt comforted and knew that Fortunia's spirit was always with her. Chapter 38. Teaching the Next Generation. Florence started teaching young children in the community about their rights and the importance of education. She wanted them to grow up strong and independent. A visit to the city. Florence took Mercy and Prosper to visit the city. They saw tall buildings, busy streets, and many new things. It was an exciting trip, and they learned a lot. Giving back. Florence believed in giving back to the community. She donated money and supplies to the local school and clinic. She wanted to help as many people as she could. Facing criticism. Not everyone supported Florence's efforts. Some people criticized her for being too independent. Florence faced the criticism with grace and continued her work. The power of unity. Florence knew that the power of unity could achieve great things. She encouraged the community to work together and support each other. A surprise visit. One day, Florence received a surprise visit from a government official. He had heard about her work and wanted to help. He offered to fund more projects for the community, expanding the center. With the new funding, Florence expanded the community center. They added more classrooms, a library, and a playground for the children. A special award. Florence received a special award for her work in the community. She was honored and grateful. She thanked everyone who had supported her. Inspiring others. Florence's story inspired many others. Women from other villages came to learn from her. She shared her knowledge and encouraged them to be strong and independent. A new beginning. Florence decided to start a new project. She wanted to create a scholarship fund for children who could not afford school fees. The community supported her idea. The Scholarship Fund. The Scholarship Fund helped many children go to school. Florence felt happy knowing that she was making a difference in their lives. Looking to the future. Florence looked to the future with hope. She knew there would be more challenges, but she was ready to face them. She had faith in herself and her community. A legacy of strength. Florence's legacy of strength, kindness, and determination lived on. Her children, friends, and community remembered her as a hero who never gave up. Florence's story inspired future generations to be brave, kind, and strong. We have come to the end of the story. This story highlights the struggles of a widow in modern Zimbabwe, emphasizing themes of gender, cultural expectations, and the strength of community support. Hopefully, you have learned one or two things about what it feels like to be in Florence's shoes. For more Shona stories, hit the subscribers button. See you next time.